Filming from Gen Con 2019, and here with AJ at the booth of Kolossal, where they're presenting us several new games, and one that caught my attention is Mezo. So AJ has agreed to tell us a little bit about this upcoming release.
Yes, so this was on Kickstarter last year. It was Kolossal's big project at that time. This is a giant conflict game where you take on the role of one of the ancient Mesoamerican gods, such as Kukulkan, Kabrakan, all that stuff, and you're sending out your units to control the different areas. So we've seen a lot of big conflict games in the past. What separates this from the others? Well, again, you're taking on the role of these gods, so you have these different little action cards that determines how you can influence the different regions. Kukulkan is our warrior god, so he's going to be really good with different little warrior people on the board, which are the ones with the square bases. Anyway, I'm sending in, I'm using my powers, breathing fire, sending units across the board to try and control different regions as the game goes on. We're going to have random different regions that pop up over time where our conflicts are, and while all this is going on, we're going to be sacrificing units to Jaboba to power up our different abilities. And the fun thing is, you don't get these units back very easily. There are some ways to bring people back from the dead, but for the most part, if you sacrifice units, you're making yourself weaker in the beginning for a temporary strong boost now. So anyway, you're going to be building pyramids to kind of like keep your influence in different regions, slowly gaining victory points as you travel around the board depending on where you win the fights. For example, if I win here, I'm going to gain victory points equal to the age times 4. There's ones for having the most warriors, all sorts of fun stuff. So if you love those big heavy conflicts games with asymmetrical powers, where you want to be a giant dragon god that just commands warriors, this is the game for you.
Can you give me a sense of the turn structure?
So, on your turn, everybody is going to select one of their action cards. They're going to do this simultaneously. So, we're going to reveal one of the areas. In this case, we're in Hakab, which is right here. If I'm Kukulkan, I see that I have my champion here and one shaman. So I'm going to look. I would have 3 cards in my hand. I choose one of these, place it face down, flip it up. And then we have action markers hiding somewhere on this table, but I'm going to get to choose 2 out of the 3 actions, unless I spend a rune to do a 3rd one. But I'm going to choose some of these abilities. I don't want to look carefully like, what is the best card for this region? I don't have a lot of units here, so maybe I want something to bring my units back from the dead. Maybe I just want to smite the one yellow guy here. Maybe I want to work on pyramids, so I want to get more shamans in this region. You need to look at each one and what's available to you at that time, because you're not going to win every region. And that's what I see a lot of new players kind of failing at. Like, I want to own it all. No, you need to select your battles and kind of sneak in. It's like, okay, I'm going to win by just going in and controlling certain regions at a time as the game goes on. Goes on for 3 ages. Takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours for 4 to 6 players.
Excellent, nice. So the game is not available yet?
Not yet. We're in the final stages of production, making some lovely inserts and stuff like that. But as you see, we already have the miniatures. We already have a lot of the board printed and fun stuff like that. It's wrapping up soon.
Excellent. Will it be on Kickstarter, or were you already on Kickstarter?
Yeah, it was Kickstarter September of last year, so we're kind of wrapping up production right now, getting out to the backers, but it'll be in retail shortly after. Actually, Asmodee will be helping us distribute it in North America.
Excellent.
So it's going to be at a lot of stores.
Excellent. Thank you, AJ, for giving us a sense of this upcoming release, Mezo.
Thank you, Mark.